Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got the glorious boys here. I think they call you Yummy Cheese Man because that is the cheesiest smile. It's absolutely beautiful. It's got those pearly whites.
I'm so glad Hysterics isn't here. I just want to have a big group hug.
He just says nice things.
Yeah.
All you're missing, Coria, is a beard, and then we can have all 3 beards here.
I used to have a beard.
You get it back.
You just get it back. Yeah, next week. You can grow one by next week, right?
Yeah, easy.
Perfect.
I get a day shave.
All right, let's get into business now, boys. So Retirement Home, they're going to be back. They're going to be versing Darksided. So we tipped Darksided #1 coming into this competition. So do we think Darksided, is this going to be an easy match? Or
I think coming in, they weren't #1, but when you saw day 1, where they started Darksiding people, they showed up huge. But the last one in day #2, they were really iffy.
Yeah, they pendulumed. Dumbo didn't have the performance I wanted from him. Defensively, he
That's right, Dumbo. We're throwing you under the bus.
Well, he was still good, but I held him to a higher standard.
Yeah.
Defensively, he was great, but I think he missed some opportunities that I think he has the potential of hitting.
That's a nice way of saying that Dumbo underperformed. I thought the Express. I thought what you said about Dumbo is what I would say about Express. He was all right, he was consistent, but he never really blossomed and was insane. And that's what we're normally expecting to see from Express. From a big player of 2017, I want to see him have a huge 2018.
You got to be nice to him. He still has the highest shot percentage in the entire league, so he's still doing
but
okay.
That's because on day 1 he went got scored a 75% shot ratio.
Yeah, he's a goddamn monster.
Because you boys were mentioning that before, he needs to be, Express needs to be that playmaker. He needs to reach the next level, be a top 5 player. So you expecting him to go big here in this match.
I really want him to, because throughout 2017, he was always considered a top player. He was always up there, but he was never considered the best. So in 2018, he needs to bring back that title, the title that he had in 2016.
Yeah, and as you said, he has the potential. And I don't think they necessarily depend on Express to be the playmaker.
No.
You have Shady as well as a very reliable player who can both give the assists or take the shots. He's a player that can work very well with his team and is very safe. Not in the sense that he plays safe, but he's safe to have on the pitch.
Well, Shady's shown that he's one of potentially the best offensive players in OCE right now, so they don't need Express to get the shots, but they need him to be accurate as hell.
What about Retirement Home? What are their keys to victory taking on Darksided?
Well, they coming in warm. I think they're playing quite well, and they just need to find a little bit more in their offense from the previous game.
Yeah, and they have the power to do it. We have both Walcott and stuff that can just run through an entire team on his own when he's on. So if I come into the wrong game?
Yeah, we've come into the wrong game.
Sorry,
Retirement Home.
Yeah, sorry. Elusive is the man. I was sitting out there watching the game. Yeah, Elusive is on fire, and he is a player that can run through teams and help do the setups. So I'd like to see more of them working coherently, getting those rotations down that we did see in the first week. Continuing on into this one, because if they fall apart, if your rotations fall apart against Darksided, they will take you apart.
Retirement Home are also in a position right now. A game win will get them really close to qualifying. If not qualifying them, 2 games will definitely put them right there. Where the Darksided, they're so far up the ladder, they're trying to go for first place. They're trying to hold on to it, so they're going to really want a 3-0.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good one to watch.
They've got a big schedule here today, because even after this, they're versing Legacy, and they've been looking on fire as well.
Yeah, and again, looking at predictions for this series, we have a very tough matchup for Retirement Home, and I'm going to give Darksided the slide on Sunday last week and look back at their performance on Saturday and say they'll take it out 3-0.
You reckon 3-0? I think... no, I think it will be a 3-0.
Hey, Retirement Home, they never like giving us the correct predictions, so...
That's true.
Yeah, that's an advantage to them.
I'm going to go with you, boys. The birds fly high. Darksided all the way. I think they're going to swoop in for a nice victory against Retirement Home. So...
Well, that's game. That's it, lads.
Don't worry about the rest. It's all done. Darksided all the way.
You get the pass because you were really nice to me.
That's my one free get out of yummy card. Right? There's no more. All right. So I think Darksided, they've got a lot to prove here, as we were mentioning about Express. This is his time to shine because he's versing Retirement Home, which is no walk in the park, and then we have Legacy coming up straight after. So can we see Express take on the big boys, or will it be Retirement Home coming out of retirement? Courier, let's get into this one. Let's see what is going to be going on as the kickoff begins, my friend.
Yeah, strong start there. Elusive dominating the pitch, but allowing possession to go over to the Darksided side. That's going to get difficult to say as we move forward, and the pressure begins.
Express, he's lining it up. That could be an early goal. It bounces off the top corner. Now it's going to come back in the left-hand side. Shady can't get to it. It's going to go up along the wall. It's still with the possession of Darksided, so Retirement Home have to think quick on their wheels, but Express comes through, cuts through the meat. There it is looming there for Dumbo. He just needs to bounce it up. He leaves it up there for Shady, and that's going to go into the left-hand corner. What a beautiful goal.
Yeah, the classic Shady snipe right there in the top left side of the bins. Space created as well from a Darksided player with absolutely no boost as well. It is a feels bad when they're running circles around you, completely empty.
Good start. Darksided ready to go. So they're already showing up and showing everyone why they were tipped at number 1 after last weekend. It's a bit shaky on the second day, but looking pretty good now as Express. He's going to bring it in, and as we talked about him being the playmaker, he's showing up in the game right now.
Yeah, keeping up that mechanical brilliance that we expected, and the angle shots, because that's the thing we got to highlight for Express. That 47% shot rate means that he can take it from pretty much anywhere. You have to challenge that guy, because if there is even an inkling of net, it's potentially a goal.
Dumbo, he's going to eye off the ball as Shady. He's going to be the one to put it over to Express. With Zest, he can't get to it. He'll just do a little bit of a barrel roll. As it's just going to go towards the goal square for Zest to get it this time to Kia. That's a good pass, but they don't get much on Kia's touch. And that will be the rest of their offensive push. As they're starting to slow down at the moment, Darksided just being a little bit comfortable with the ball. But Zest, he goes for another attempt. Still an opportunity for Retirement Home. And it's going to go up, hit the crossbar. And Shady, he just, there's Dumbo behind him. There's Dumbo behind him there, Courier.
Yeah, seeing the read Elusive, seeing his ex-teammate knowing what he's going to do. Mind games it underneath. Dumbo's like, it's okay, buddy. I got you. Yeah. I got you. But Elusive taking out his frustration on the other team with more and more demos.
That's it. I want that violence, boys. Let's go. Almost like ice hockey. Let's check the other team. There's Elusive. He's going to bounce it off the wall, but he can't get to it because that's Dumbo streaming up the pitch, and he almost converts the goal. It's still another opportunity because Express gets to it. Well, that'll be Kia getting the clearance. Shady waits for it. He's going to dribble it up the wall, but Elusive comes over the top to keep the pressure on. Express doing a fantastic job. He gets back to the ball again. Allows Dumbo to get the clearance from the goal square. Both of these teams, I think Retirement Home is starting to wake up now.
And they definitely need to, because Darksided are the team that if you have any holes in your defense, they can all shoot from anywhere. Each of the players is an excellent shot, and if you're going to give them any opportunity, you're gone.
Kia, another clearance. This is a lot better for Retirement Home, but the problem is half the time has faded away, and they're down 2 goals, so they have to keep this in the offensive half. Of their offensive half, rather, to keep the pressure up, as it's just not a lot of time to work with. And you can see Dumbo just being a bit of a nuisance, and he's going to chip that ball across. Zest still there waiting for it. Express, he's going to be the man over to Dumbo, but that's a nice save from Retirement Home.
Yeah, Shady's been waiting there, sitting on near 100 boosts for the last 10 to 15 seconds, allowing his teammates to move forward so that Dumbo can rotate back and refill his boost. They're quiet and comfortable as they slowly circle into the goal mouth.
Darksided with the opportunity. They're going to leave it up for Shady, but he's just going to back out. He's going to go on the defense as Kia brings it up the field. It's going to go on the left-hand side. Shady with a good defensive tackle, but Dumbo, he's going to be there for the second. It's still an opportunity for Retirement Home with Elusive putting it into the back corner. Kia, he's going to get to this center at Elusive to touch, but he can't get enough on it. He was contested. Good job by Dumbo. Goes onto the left-hand side. Zest, he's going to barrel roll the wrong way, mate. And there's Shady. He's going to try and contest the ball. He will. Kia still waiting there. Hit the back of his boot. Doing a good job. Shady just trying to touch it. It's very slowed down now. Both these teams have worked each other out on the defense.
Yeah, Darksided has been using a slow progression of demos to push them back into their half, where Retirement Home, unable to open up and unable to break out, are just slowly being destroyed. And there you see it, Zest, 0 boost.
Even though Retirement Home looking a lot better, the problem is they're down 2 goals, and if Darksiders still have solid defense, then you're not going to be able to convert anything. That was a good shot from Shady. It was down low, a little bit sneaky. He's still got another opportunity with Express, bringing it over to the center. Dumbo can't get high enough for the ball. And now this is the opportunity for Retirement Home. You have to take advantage here, Zest, but that is good defense from Darksider. They're not giving up.
Yeah, Express up and ready. Chooses not to take it, offering it to Dumbo, baiting out the one-man attack of Retirement Home, and now their backboard is ready and waiting for the pickings.
There goes Elusive. That's a good shot, and it's just juggling. He's going to finally finish it. He almost got Frank Lampard back in the 2010 World Cup from England, but it goes through.
Yeah, he eventually managed to follow up, giving himself an assist, letting that go in. Such a tease, though. Don't you hate it when the ball is stuck right there and you can't do anything, but you're in position just watching and waiting?
If you didn't give him a reference, go on YouTube and check out the Frank Lampard goal from the 2010 World Cup. It was hilarious and devastating at the same time. But now 10 seconds remain for Retirement Home. They need to get this down the other end of the pitch. There's Elusive on the right-hand side, but it's going to get cleared from Darksided. All they got to do is keep the ball away from the goal, and they will walk away with the first game in the series. Get it down, boys. Who's going to get it? Just juggling.
Yeah, the game continues. You never know. I mean, if Shady wants us to go for a while, he's got a ton of boost.
Yeah, there we go. Darksided, nicely done. They do concede 1 goal, Courier, but it was pretty much Darksided throughout the whole match with solid defense, I felt.
Yeah, they looked very confident the way through it. Even though that we had that 2-1 score, it wasn't a stomp. Even though the Darksided had a huge amount of possession and definitely controlled the pace of the game.
What do you think needs to change up for Retirement Home? What was missing? What was the key elements they needed to crack the code of Darksided?
I think trying to crack the code of Darksided is awfully difficult when they're playing pretty well, especially when you got in the substitute. Yeah. Not just put anything on Zest, it just means you don't have the communication that's going to be coming through, especially as a team that's very young. They got picked up and started the days... well, not days, but days before the actual competition started, whereas Darksided had been going pretty ham.
Yeah.
So the communication's not going to be there, especially when you consider the Darksided were going crazy on demos.
Yeah.
How do you keep the communication up when they're disrupting what little you already have?
Yeah, I felt like the first 4 minutes was just all Darksided, even though they didn't score as much. But they were already up 2-0. They just doubled back on the defense, I felt. It's only the last minute I felt they felt a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, well, it's really hard to score against Darksided if they want to be playing safe. Express has been able to play back a lot when he played on some of his teams last year. Dumbo is known for his saves. He's gone on international servers doing cheeky pre-jumps and still been able to be, I wouldn't say competitive, but play at a very, very high level.
Yep.
So if you're going to have a team against such strong defense and you're 2 goals down, it's going to be a rough patch.
Do you think this looks more like the dark side of day number 1 of League play?
I think we're definitely looking more like day 1.
Well, you can vote right now. Who do you think is going to win, Darksided or Retirement Home? If you haven't voted yet, it will pop up on your Twitch screen. So let us know who you vote for. It's Darksided up 1-0 in a series of 3. So they've got the ball at the halfway mark, or they've already put the pressure on. They just need someone to go for the ball. It will be Express. He's in a good position. That's on target, but there's 2 defenders being Kira and Zest. So Retirement Home. We've got a couple of members around the ball. Might want to spread this one out as Dumbo goes straight up the middle of them. Zest can get the clearance over here to Elusive. He's going to give it over to Kia. This is looking a lot better for Retirement Home.
And unfortunately, Dumbo ready and waiting, though, sees the play coming through. They're going 2-man in on it, so if they can't get back rotating safely, they might be in a bit of trouble, and there we see them scampering back to their homes.
Dumbo's going to bring this one towards the goals. Now here for Shady. He's going to get a little touch. He's going to trick the guy, but he's going to get demoed in response, so they will end at the offensive push of Darksided, so using physical force. There is Dumbo. Can't get much on it. Zest easily can take care of it. He's going to dribble this one up, and he beats Shady, and he's going to get the first goal for Retirement Home.
Yeah, seeing Express chasing him up may have put you in an awkward situation. Shady not taking the angle he needs, going round and trying to catch him on the side rather than challenging him head on. Maybe a consequence of seeing Express, thinking that he has the boost, and then letting him go for it till it's too late.
Yeah, Shady's going to be disappointed with that. But Zest, you get the thumbs up from Bobby J. Nicely done, mate. Let's see if they can hold on to the lead, Corio.
Yeah, it's your boy Zest.
My boy Zest. He's zesty. Nice and tangy. Let's keep those spicy plays going, mate. As Kia, he can't get onto that. Shady over the top. Darksided. They're ready to get another goal back. It's Express. He's put the pressure on. Dumbo's waiting for it. He's not in a good position. He was too underneath the ball to get anything onto it. But that's a good touch from Express. And just as we're talking about him being the playmaker, he's able to level up the score.
Yeah, he just gets disgusting angles. You just see it there. Dumbo doesn't even have to put the shot on the goal. He just needs to get it close enough to draw out the defense of Retirement Home, and it works perfectly, allowing Express to take the near impossible angles and just plant them into the goals time and time again.
1-2-1. Retirement Home with the first goal, courtesy of Zest. Express with the second. So you can leave it up to Express, but that just veered off to the right-hand side. Now the counter-attack, but Express comes through to deny it. Zest to scoop up the ball. He's going to leave this one, but no one's there to grab the ball, and this is going to give the opportunity to Darksided, and that's Express always waiting around near the halfway mark to counterplay.
Yeah, comfortable and safe. Doesn't overcommit, waits, watches the pitch to see if it's okay, can I run in, and if so, does, and makes it destructive.
That's elusive. That's a good shot. Express, he puts himself down on the bottom corner. He's going to get Dumbo's. That's touch towards the goal, and it just veers off to the right-hand side. Elusive's going to bring it back. Retirement Home can taste it. They've got it so close to the goal square. But Express, he's going to go straight down the pitch. Elusive, but it's back to Dumbo. Left-hand side, Kia. He's got a good tackle. It will stop the push, but Dumbo's still there, but there's 2-1, and that will allow Retirement Home to clear the ball. Now it's their chance. It's in the goal square. Express comes across the top. Is he going to find the ball? It's going to be Kia to beat him just in time.
Yeah, we're seeing some great defense here by Dumbo, help breaking it in, allowing Express and Shady to move up forward. He's been able to do this on no boost as well with those consecutive touches as the pressure comes in from Darkside.
Express again, waits at the halfway mark. Beautiful with the aerials, can touch the ball at the right time, and this gives Shady an opportunity. He can get the second, but it's not going to be there. Now counterplay time for Retirement Home. Can they go down the wing? They will get the demo, so they have the man advantage if they can get to the goals in time. They know it's there, but look at everyone from Darkside. They rally around the ball, but that could cost them. Elusive, so close.
Yeah, Express turning it right back around, passing it up to Dumbo, who can run the pitch. Just shows how quickly they trust and can communicate with each other on the pitch to turn it round.
Kia going to go across field over to Zest. The boys are pushing up, and a demo at the same time. Elusive, he needs to get this ball in the good position. If Retirement Home want to score, the Express going through the middle. Shady, nicely done. 1 minute remaining, Coria. This is going down to the wire.
I love the way that Retirement Home has started to use demos to break up the rotation of Darkside. It hasn't allowed them to get the goals, which you typically would expect, but scary moment whenever you center in front. But it has staunched Darkside's offense.
Yeah, they are a little bit more wary. We can see that now. It's Elusive. He's been the man to push up the ball across the field. Let's see what else he can do. Zest. He's going to be waiting at the goal square for Shady's shot. It'll be Kia going across the pitch. He's going to go for the dribble. Wants to be a little bit more like Michael Jordan-like and take that ball up the field. It's going to go on the right-hand side. There goes Elusive. He's going to miss it. He nearly gets to it, Kia. Nice. 20 seconds remain. This is do or die for both these teams, or will it go to overtime? We're going to find out very shortly here, Corio, because something's got to give, something's got to break, and it's Darksided with the opportunity. If Shady can get to the ball, over to the left-hand side. Zest is there, but so is Dumbo. He's going to put it straight there, but that's nicely done by Elusive. Holds his ground, and that will allow overtime for Retirement Home.
Yeah, they've really tightened up their gameplay for this one. Now we're at 1 apiece, with Retirement Home really wanting to pull this win so they can move up the ladder and try lock in the upper gauntlet run.
All right, Kia, take this one up. They've got 2 players pushed forward on Darksided, so Retirement Home, they can get this ball up. It'll be a good opportunity, but just seeing Darksided, they're very quick with their rotations. As I was saying, they've already got 3 back.
Yeah, and we are seeing that Retirement Home, once again, trying to stop them when they do go for that by bullying them and trying to get the bumps through.
Man, they're getting so close. They were so close to this goal, Darksided. But Elusive doing a good job on the defense. Shady, that's a good shot all the way from the right-hand side. He's going to bring Darksided to the forefront.
Yeah, getting that victory demo as well. We do see Shady showing off another great shot, pulling out the defense from the rest of his Darksided teammates, all of them bullying around the pitch, allowing him to have that shot that may as well have been open.
So both games 2-1. So going down to the wire both times. So even though this could be Darksided just being a lot better than Retirement Home, or is this just Retirement Home just a little bit behind them?
I think Retirement Home is playing a reasonably good game. It's just that Darksided, when they're switched on, is so hard to stop you, locking you out, because they play pretty conservatively considering how good they are, which means they just slowly circle you in, choke you out, and you don't have a lot of wiggle room.
So you'd rate them as a top 2 team.
Darksided, 100%.
So that being said, for Retirement Home, that means you could almost say they're top 4 with this performance so far.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. I wouldn't be surprised if Retirement Home hit their stride and managed to pull that top 4 finish. And then, depending on the day, they could make the run.
Yeah, Darksided, they can continue this performance. They'll be really good for them leading up to Legacy, which is after this.
And that's a warm-up they definitely lead. Because Legacy, if Darksided aren't the top team, then it definitely is Legacy.
Yep.
They have done some amazing showcases, especially not just in this tournament, but when they do often do scrims as well.
Yep.
They pull great placements there too in other competitions. So they're a team to be reckoned with, and they've done excellent this week.
Of course, this is a series of 3, so we could see a potential win here from Retirement Home, and this would be a lot better for them going up the ladder because some of those teams right up the top are quite closely contested.
Yeah, even the teams slightly behind them are pretty closely contested. Anyone in the top 6, I think, realistically, could make the push to the top 4, and if they're in the top 4, make the run for the final 2.
Yeah, and that's a lot better because you're 5th or 6th, you're on the first game of the gauntlet, so you want to get into that top 4 position for a bit of an advantage as we've got kickoff here. Shady is going to bring this one. This could be an early goal for Darksided. So heart's starting to beat there for Retirement Home. They might be old and in the house. Don't worry, I'm just going to move forward now.
Yeah, it's cool. Look at those metal hearts as they start to run forward, but they're pushed back into their side. Darksided once again starting strong. It's up to Kia, but not fast enough on the offense.
Zest brings it forward. Can't find anything. Now it's the counterplay. It's Express, and he's always dangerous with the ball, but he just fumbles it. Commentator curse, I'm sorry there, mate. But it's Shady with a shot across goal. Express, he can't get it, hits the crossbar. This is your moment now, Retirement Home, to bring it back down the other side of the pitch.
Yeah, Dumbo deciding to play it safe rather than follow up, going back and rotating safely, knowing that this is an opportunity they don't need to risk, they don't need to be punished, and they can slowly build the pressure again.
Kia, he will get denied by Shady. Elusive. Can't get enough on it because that will give Shady another opportunity. The demo on Express. That will stop the offensive push. Nice work.
Yeah, Zest unable to get the follow-up clear, though, allowing Express to get the touch to Shady. Now they can turn it right back around. It's all good and well to get the demo, but if you can't clear afterwards, you're going to get locked in.
Dumbo. Just a little bit of a chip. It's easy for Zest, but Express, that's a better position. You can get it from the halfway mark, just off the right-hand side of the goals. And now we've got Retirement Home just struggling to get it away from the halfway mark. And Shady, he's always quite dangerous when he's on the outside and shooting in.
Oh, yeah, you don't want him to be living anywhere near the wall. He's another player that was famous in Season 3 and 4. Oh, great shot. Both of the defenders coming out of Retirement Home getting pulled through. And now there's another opportunity for them to make that run. Darksided coming in strong.
Need this clearance, Elusive. Nicely done. Dumbo, can you stretch like Space Jam? Don't worry, Shady's over there at the top. I got you, brother, he says. And it's going to go off the wall. Easy for Zest. Into the middle. But you got Dumbo there. He had to get that second touch as Zest. He was able to clear that one away.
Yeah, and he needed to as well. Retirement Home haven't had an opportunity to get some meaningful shots, but this is their chance. The backboard coming through in the demo as well, but turned round.
Yeah, Darksided are just very good at getting that ball out in the nick of time. But they got Elusive, but he gets demoed. Now this is Darksided's moment as Elusive waits to respawn. But Kia kept the ball up in the Darksided half to stop the push. And now they've still got that opportunity. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. One goal might just do it.
And with how low it's been in terms of score, and it's the way it's decreasing, it could just be a 1-0.
Yeah, that's cool. Definitely agreeing with you here as it's ticking down to 2 minutes. So they're going to start the sweat as it's the final game in the series. And that's Shady getting ever so close. Kia with a good clearance. Now Dumbo, he's trying to get into position, but no one can get back. That's Elusive from downtown. Nicely done.
Downtown. Great punish there. Elusive, reading it great and doing the clear. Goes for the steal as well. I always love it when your teammate's like, no, I can help. It's like, please don't.
Maybe he's just waving to his family. Hey, Mom! It's going through the screen. Through the screen.
Are you proud, Dad?
All right, 155. Let's see what Darksided have left in the tank. It's been good from retirement home. They were 2 games down in this series, but they're still not giving up, and now they've got the lead 1-0.
Yeah, retirement home loves their 2-1s. Yeah. So this would be right on form if they do snatch one from underneath Darksided, who would love to pull another game. And here we are, Kia pushing that forward, trying to make that 2-1 happen.
Nicely done, Kia. You just see the replay. All the way down. That's another down.
Yeah, Darksided getting way too aggressive. We saw them playing safe in the first 2 games, and now they're just opening up their net, allowing retirement when they find the clear to get the goal with it.
Let's go, boys. 2-0. Darksided, can they sneak 2 more goals, or will it be a retirement home marching forward? A 2-1 series to Darksided. So let's find out. Zest, he needs to be the man to clear. It will be Express getting the better. Dumbo can't get enough on it. He'll be there for Elusive. Gets the touchdown to Kia. Nice pass. He's going to go over the top of Shady. He's going to drift with it. Nicely done. Express bounces it. That's good passing from Darksided. That's both these teams. They've got nice passes.
Yeah, good pass plays are a key testament to some of the players. We do have Elusive coming through, one of the guys that worked in the Shady Elusive combo that was famous for an entire season. So, and Kia similarly as well when he was back on the Pale Horse roster, a great assisting player. So they have the potential for huge pass plays.
Zest from the halfway mark, and that is on point. Dumbo has to come through for the save, but Elusive to keep the pressure there as Kia gets the touch. It's off to the right. He tries to get a second one. Shady, he's going to deny the man as we're down to 35 seconds. What can Darksided do is the question, as they need to get this ball back into the offensive half.
Yeah, and they've really been struggling. Retirement Home has done a great job of shutting down their aggression, using a good combination between bumps and just getting in and amongst them real fast.
Kia is going to take that one, but it's Dumbo with the stop. Shady, he's going to bring it over to Express, who's going to look for a teammate, and it's going to be Dumbo. They have 7 seconds left to level it up.
Yep, do not fear. Dumbo is here with 7 seconds left and 1 goal. It's kind of like a Brazil, like across different parts of the scoreboard.
You want that Brazil emote? Let's go, boys. All right, 7 seconds. Can you get a kickoff goal, Darksided? Have you got a miracle? Have you got someone to Twitch clip for us? Let's have a look. Oh, it's Elusive. He could be the man to rub some salt in the wounds, but the ball does go over the halfway mark. You're gonna have to keep this one up. No, it's not. Darksided, they're out of gust in that wind, mate. they're down. They're ready to rest.
Yeah, Kia here you see killing the dream, but 2-1, another one for retirement home. Loving that 1-2-2-1 combo, but I think for Darksided, they are now so incredibly close to guaranteed gauntlet entry with those 11 potential wins at the end of the day.
Yeah, they're having a fantastic showing, and they've got Legacy coming up next. But let's start to talk about retirement home. How did you feel about them up against Darksided?
I think they improved, as we see here. They did manage to pull a final game from the hat, and because of that, Darksided was stolen from their 3-0.
They were really able to break out of the third game, where in the first 2 we saw the dark side of day 1, where they were controlling it. I think, retirement home had a total of 6 shots across those entire 2 games, and that's why they weren't able to really get a lot of goals going. But by the time they got to the third one, they were breaking out. They had good defensive pass plays. They were able to get good challenges in the midfield, and it really, really showed in the performance.
Good swoops. Good swoops.
A best-of-5 team, Yummy? A best-of-5 team?
I mean, maybe, but what's really a great sign for retirement home is they came in potentially, needing to forfeit going 0-6 today, but they got in Zest, a player who, hadn't practiced with them yet. And they did really well. They got a game off 2 really big teams, Jam and Darksided, that you couldn't ask for more. Mm-hmm. And that's going to put them in a fantastic position to get in that top 6. With Days coming back, maybe they can make a good run.
Yeah, I think that's something we have seen with them. They're a very adaptive team in the sense that we've thrown them together last minute and they still manage to perform, and then you can sub out a player and they can still manage to pull it back together in the final game. Just a testament to the talent.
Well, we'll find out, see what Darksided is like up against Legacy. Can they continue on with this good run with the Express leading the charge? Find out after the break. We'll be back shortly.
real shortly.